Hi. Before I get started, I should explain the delay in these videos. First, I was away all summer, and then when I got back, I was obviously busy for the first few weeks, and after that I got, no, too blunt, too archaic, too ostentatious. Okay, that one. But now I'm back into the swing of things, and I'm bringing you my most requested micro lesson so far. Just a quick warning, if you haven't watched my who or whom video yet, you might want to watch that because I'm going to gloss over a few of the things that I cover in that video. So, you and I and you and me is one of the most common grammatical errors that people make. Which is quite perplexing because it really is one of the easiest to master. And I think the reason that it's so difficult is that when we're growing up, a lot of us are corrected when we use you and me incorrectly, but never when we use you and I incorrectly. And so we're indirectly taught that you and I is always correct. So I and me are personal pronouns, meaning that they are pronouns that refer to a person, like he and she and him and her. Now, like he and she, I is a subjective pronoun, and we use it when we're talking about the subject of a sentence. Me is an objective pronoun like him and her, and we use it when we're talking about the object of a sentence. Now, most of us know when to use that when it's the only personal pronoun involved in a sentence. For example, we know that I walked the dog is correct, and that me walked the dog is incorrect. And we also know that the dog barked at me is correct, whereas the dog barked at I would be incorrect. Now, that rule does not change when we add another person to the mix. You and I walked the dog is correct. You and me walked the dog is incorrect, just as I walked the dog is correct and me walked the dog is incorrect. The same applies to the other example sentence. The dog barked at me. So we would say the dog barked at you and me, and not the dog barked at you and I. And the same applies to other personal pronouns and to people's names, such as in the examples below. So if you're stuck, just take out that other person and see if the sentence still makes sense, because that basic rule never changes. And guess what? You've just mastered one of the most elusive conventions in basic English.